Leeds United versus Arsenal predicted lineup. That is right, lads, the international break is now in history, it is over. And as much as I would like to parade as Arsenal are back in action up against Leeds United, at the same time I understand it is Arsenal and this could be very painful. And so that's why Mikel Arteta is going to need to get his tactics on point if he is to win in Yorkshire. So with that being said, guys, welcome back to your boys channel. Hopefully you guys are doing very well, and let's get into my predicted lineup. Here we go. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Babs14 and welcome back to your boys channel. This video has been kindly sponsored by the guys at OneFootball, and if you don't know what OneFootball is, then it is time to listen up. OneFootball is one of the best apps on the footballing market, and so if you guys would like to stay up to date with team news, transfer news and stats and anything regarding your football club, then OneFootball is the app for you. And so do your boys channel a massive gargantuan favor and download the OneFootball app. Links are in the description below. Don't forget to smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. Less than 400 away from 30,000. Get in the comments and let me know your own predictions and also what are your predicted lineups. But with that being said, guys, Leeds United is going to be very difficult, so let's get into what I think is going to be the predicted lineup. Right, first things first, of course, as you can see the formation, I'm not going to go through it too much. It is a 4-3-3. It is the go-to. I mean, we could go to 4-2-3-1, but saying that this has to be a bit more realistic, and Mikel Arteta is not going to change his entire formation. Also, one thing I will say is I want to get rid of this whole playing a back five defensively. Yes, it works in some sorts, but overall it limits us going forward. So Mikel Arteta, please take some notes, my guy. But yeah, in terms of goalkeeper, of course, there is only going to be one guy, and that is my guy Bernd Leno, the German international goalkeeper. Listen, as much as we could talk about this, what's the point of talking about it? There is no other goalkeeper at the club that can compete. No more Miller Martinez. My man is gone. See you later. And of course, we have to put some respect on Alex Ronaldo, but let's get straight. Leno, goalkeeper, no debates to be had. And moving on to the next player, the left-sided centre-back is going to be my guy Gabriel Magalhaes. Of course, this is what you called a no-brainer, because even a guy without a brain would understand how good Gabriel Magalhaes is. And I have nothing to say on this one as well. This guy is one of the only players so far this season that hasn't let us Arsenal down. I understand that the last game, Ollie Watkins caused them a lot of issues, but we're going to try to forget and erase that painful Aston Villa game out of our memories. And so yeah, there you guys go. Leno and Gabriel, I have to start. They're the two stalwarts in the Arsenal defence. And in terms of Gabriel, my faith is with you in your pocket alongside Marcus Rashford. I think it's about time you let him out. Moving on to the right side of centre-back is going to be, of course, David Luiz. Now, this guy here has been in a bit of a trouble. And that is because, of course, according to a man like David Ornstein, some report to claim David Luiz had a bit of a beef, a bit of a fight against Dani Ceballos. And some have gone as far as saying this guy caused some blood to come out, and it was a fist to the face of course, the Spanish midfielder. Now, of course, in terms of Ceballos, he came out and he said it was fake, but saying that Dani has a history. Remember the Fulham game where he was fighting young Eddie Nketiah? My man has a history, he's a fiery character. But yeah, in terms of this game, I understand it's going to be a very difficult game defensively. Leeds United are a very good side. They are full flow. They are 110% for 110 minutes during the game, even though it's only 90. And I think he can do better than, of course, Rob Holding, who, by the way, in that Aston Villa game, oh my god, Rob, what were you doing? But yeah, my defensive partnership would be David Luiz and Gabriel Magalhaes. Get in the comments and let me know who would you start as the centre-backs. Moving on to the right back, it's going to be man like Hector Bellerin, of course, in the Spanish national team. Now listen, in terms of man like Hecky, I understand some fans hate him and some fans love him. And I kind of think sometimes he's made the scapegoat by our fans because, of course, he's not got the best history with the fans themselves. But in terms of myself, I kind of rate him so far this season. I have to give credit where credit's due. He's got back into the Spain national team. That's not an easy thing to do. And I am going to start Hecky B. But yeah, guys, let me know who would you start at right back? Hecky B, Cedric Suarez, or Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Moving on to the left back, it's gonna be Kieran Tierney-Tesco's finest indeed. Of course, like this is what you call a no-brainer. Why say that? But KT, you have been letting me down a bit recently. I understand that you're going to the Euros to Scotland, and fair play to you, man. Big up to the Scottish mandem. But one thing I will say is, in a game so far at Arsenal, you have looked a bit sluggish and a bit poor. But Kieran Tierney in that Aston Villa game was awful. And as much as I appreciate you, KT, Tesco's finest, I don't want Sainsbury's. I want Tesco's, and I want the finest possible performances. And hopefully, fingers crossed, you can get some more cross crosses into the box in this game like he did in the Villa game, and hopefully this time the striker takes his chance. I'm looking at you, Alexandre Lacazette. And so there you guys go, that completes the back four. Heki B. Bellerin, David Luiz, Gabriel Magalhaes, and of course KT, Tesco's finest, Kieran Tierney. Moving on to central defensive midfielder, it's gonna be Granit Xhaka. Now, of course, I see the man in the comments going, but Babs, where's Thomas Partey? Thomas Partey! Thomas Partey! Unfortunately, lads, I'm sorry to break it to you, but Thomas Partey right now is not fit and he has a thigh injury, which he is not fully recovered from. But putting the Partey to one side, I think Granit Xhaka, me and you, we need to have a bit of a conversation. So far, this season, you haven't been the best. You put in some really awful performances, and passing forward seems to be out of your facilities so far this season. And so in this game, of course, my hand's forced by not having Thomas Partey, but still, it is a chance for Granit Xhaka to kind of redeem himself and show why Arteta trusts you so much. Because I can't lie, some Arsenal fans have started to talk, and some fans have made some conversations saying that we might look to sell Xhaka come January, or even of course the summer transfer window. But yeah guys, get in the comments and let me know your own personal thoughts on Granit Xhaka. Should Arsenal look to keep him, or maybe, just maybe, is it time to go? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the next central midfielder, and it's going to be my guy Ainsley Maitland-Niles, man like 50. Now listen, in terms of man like Ainsley, he hasn't been involved in any Arsenal first team games for a while, except for of course the Europa League. For me, we played our best football so far this season when Ainsley Maitland-Niles was playing in the midfield with Xhaka and Ceballos or whoever, and he obviously is able to play as that left wing back, but also has the right footedness to come inside and give the team a bit more balance. He also has a fantastic combination, a deadly combination with Kieran Tierney as well, as we saw that in the Community Shield against Liverpool and also against Fulham. And I also don't understand what he's done wrong for not to be in the team. He's not put in any bad performances, he's been a good Liverpool player, and he's never really let us down so far this season. So for me, 50 Ainsley, you're returning to my team, my guy. And I also feel with the whole 3-0 loss last weekend, Arteta is going to look to change it as well. He understands that he made a massive error and a lot of players are not going to be involved in this team. I'm looking at you, Willian, but we'll get on to you later. But yeah guys, get in the comments and let me know your own personal thoughts on Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and should Arsenal have sold him, or has he got a long-term future at the mighty Arsenal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the final midfielder to complete the midfield, it's going to be Joseph Willock. Yo, this midfield here is a bit tacky and it is a bit mad. But I think in terms of this player here, again, this goes down to Mikel Arteta. On one hand, of course, his hand's been forced. El Neni has got COVID-19, get well soon. And also in terms of Thomas Partey, he has a thigh injury. But also on the second hand, I think fans are crying out for some sort of attacking midfielder in that midfield. So many times we've seen Ceballos and Partey and Xhaka or whoever play, and it just doesn't offer enough attacking threat going forwards. And while maybe Joe Willock's not the long-term solution, he might be instead. But what I am going to say is, for now at least, he deserves to be in the starting lineup. Whenever Joe Willock has played so far this season, he's not let us down. He's got goals, he's got assists, and he's tried his hardest to get into the first team. And I think after the 3-0 loss and the fans' outcry for an attacking midfielder, I think this is a game where Arteta is going to react and play Willock in that midfield. And overall, with a team like Leeds United that are going to press high, be very intense, you need players that are agile, that can run. And for me, Xhaka of course does have the legs, but Maitland-Niles does, and so does Joseph Willock. And of course, add that to his goal threat, he gets goals, he gets assists, and he may just be every generation of Aaron Ramsey. But yeah guys, I understand this is a bit of a mad midfield, Xhaka, Willock and Maitland-Niles, but let me know yours in the comments below. Right, moving on to left winger, lads, it's not going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, am I a madman? It's going to be man like Bukayo Saka. My golden boy, my star boy. Now on one hand, I can't lie, he has played lots of minutes for England under Gareth Southgate. But at the same time, who else are you going to play? Yes, you have Reece Nelson, but I just don't think Arteta trusts him so far in these big games. Forget about him, I don't think he's going to classify as a left winger. I don't think Arteta's going to play him there anymore either. In terms of Bukayo Saka as well, he's got a very good partnership with the likes of Maitland-Niles, and also in terms of Kieran Tierney. He offers creativity, of course, getting so many key passes for England in the international break. He's in form, he's one of our best players so far this season. I think when Arsenal need to win the game, Arteta may just start the 19-year-old, and so I'm going to start Bukayo Saka as the left winger, not as the left central attacking midfielder instead. Moving on to the right winger, it's going to be Nicolas Pepe. You hear that, Mikel? Nicolas Pepe. Ivorian international, £72 million. We paid for my man. We want to see him now, Mikel. I've had enough of the excuses of, well, I'm not sure, blah blah blah. I don't want it anymore. And I kind of feel like with the fans and the uproar that's going on, I think Arteta is going to react again. Going back to that game against Villa, we struggled, and that front three did not work. We need to see a reaction because, of course, that game was an embarrassment. And so when you start Saka and Pepe out wide, you're playing natural wingers in their natural positions. They're going to have pace, they're going to be direct, and they're going to be goal threats ultimately. And in terms of Nicolas Pepe, I think it's time he plays consistent minutes so we get the best of Presence Bud FC. We want to see it, Mikel. Let's make it happen. And Nicolas Pepe has to be the right winger. And moving on to the striker, it's going to be not Lacazette, not Eddie Nketiah, it's going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. My captain, my golden boot winner, my striker. Forget left winger, forget right winger, forget Willian, forget Lacazette. This guy has to play down the middle. And right now, that guy most certainly isn't Alexandre like a threat. Casting man's back to that game against Sheffield United. That was the game just before we signed Thomas Partey all those months ago. And that was the last time Arsenal scored a goal in the Premier League from open play. And surprise, surprise, guess who was up front for the goals? Oh yeah, it's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Yes, if you have pro-efficient creators, you can play him out wide, but we don't have that right now, so we have to play him down the middle, because right now we're making very few chances as it is, but when we make those chances, we need a player that can take them, and that is going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a striker down the middle. And overall front three of Saka, Aubameyang, Pepe, players in their natural positions, have threat, have pace, are direct, and are going to have goals galore, hopefully. And so there you guys go, that is my final predicted lineup, lads. Let me know yours in the comments below, and hopefully Mikel is taking notes as we speak. But with that being said, guys, of course, if you have enjoyed the video so much, go down there, drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Do your boys channel a massive favor and download the OneFootball app. The links are in the description below. Get in the comments and let me know your own personal predictions. I'm going to go for an Arsenal 2-1 victory. It's a dodgy one, but we're going to go for it. Make sure to follow all my social media and subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are also in the description below. But with that being said, guys, in the latest video today, the preview of Leeds United versus Arsenal at Ellen Road is going to be a very, very difficult game. But for me, with the right lineup and the right players and a reaction from the Arsenal team, hopefully we can get 3 points. Much needed indeed. I will see you guys next time in a bit.